It's gorgeous over here. It's so peace, calm, quiet. It's amazing. So for this trip, I will be wearing the Hoka Speed Goat 5 Mid Gore-Tex shoe. I previously wore these on a few hikes, so I think they're pretty good. £28.7 is how heavy my bag is right now. As you can see, the weather isn't as great as yesterday. Well, yesterday afternoon was all sunny, but unfortunately today there is rain on the forecast and it's gonna be cloudy for the next couple days. So we'll see how that goes. This is one of the trailheads for the Cloche Silhouette Trail. And as you can see, maybe not very clearly, but the whole trail is a full loop over here. It's more so around 76 kilometers. Yeah, it's a pretty intimidating trail, and apparently it accounts for 80% of the search and rescue in Ontario. And unfortunately, the weather won't be very good in the next couple of days, so let's see how it goes. Before I tell you guys my plan, let's start hiking first. Right away, you see the trail is a steep incline. Alright, let's get started. Definitely feel the slipperiness of the rocks, which is a little bit challenging. Wow. It is slippery. Oh. Wow. That was challenging. Just bumped into a few more guys. They just finished their hike from Bunny Rabbit, and yeah, they're saying it's pretty steep, a lot of up and down. It's a lot worse than this and slippery, so we'll see how it goes. This is definitely a very challenging terrain, and this tripod might not be the best idea. Actually, let me show you guys. So the day before, I actually broke my tripod, the one I initially wanted to bring, and look, this is what I'm using. So right now, let's see, this is what I'm using. It's like a camera tripod. It's a bit of an overkill and it's pretty heavy. So not sure how much I like or dislike this tripod right now. Doesn't look so steep, but trust me, it's pretty steep. I made it down that shit. It's telling day hikers to return or else they're gonna be hiking a 78-kilometer overnight loop. So at the parking lot, while I was getting here, there were a few other cars parked beside me, and I think that belonged to the big group that just left. So when I go back, probably there's not gonna be anyone else beside me. This rock already looks slippery. God. Doesn't look like much, but it's definitely more challenging to cross than it looks like. make it back. Pretty easy. Wow. Wow. This lookout point's amazing. Oh. Awesome lookout spot. Very steep climb. Actually, I have to climb for this one. Oh. Oh. There's some more hills in front of me. Oh, why are there so many hills? Let's go. This is pretty crazy. Just climbed up from there. Doesn't look bad, but it's pretty bad once you're doing it. Okay, I think I am just gonna sit down and slide down. Gonna use this as my fire starter tonight. This is called Wagon Road Lake. It's a pretty small lake. For a second there, I thought the trail was gonna take me into the water. It's a little small path there. Of course, that part looks like it's a beaver dam, so I'm gonna cross the beaver dam. Thank God for beavers, or else how else are we crossing this? This is... You see these parts? It just sinks in and it's really deep, so I'll have to be careful. Like some parts are okay, but other parts you just all of a sudden sink in. It does look pretty cool though. Does look calm and pretty. I don't see where the beaver lodge is, but definitely somewhere on the lake. Honestly, today's weather is pretty nice. It's a bit cloudy, it's not hot, it's around 5 to 8 degrees Celsius, and there was supposed to be rain on the forecast. So far nothing's come down yet. Knock on wood, it won't rain, or won't rain as much later on. But to be honest, this is a very comfortable weather to be hiking. If it's too hot, I'm gonna be all sweaty. Right now, I'm barely breaking a sweat. On top of that, another bonus is there is no bugs right now. Or there are some bugs, but very minimum. The only thing is, I think it was raining in the last couple of days, or last couple of weeks over here. So the ground is extremely wet. And that just makes the rocks extremely slippery, and that's probably the most challenging part of this trip so far. So now thinking back, what I thought really impressive was the hikers I met this morning. When I was starting my hike, they were pretty much done with theirs, and it was around 10 a.m. They said they were hiking back from Bunny Rabbit Lake. That lake is 17 kilometers and is roughly a 6-hour hike. And that hike, you have to go through one of the hardest terrains. It's the crack with a lot of elevation. So they made it back at 10. They had to hike for 6 hours. What, they started at 4 a.m. or something? Doesn't seem like much, but it's pretty steep. Oh. Not sure if you can tell, but that part's pretty steep. I have around 1 more kilometer till my campsite, and the rain is finally coming down. Okay, almost at the campsite. I believe the yellow is pointing to where the campsite is, and I'll be going up this way. This is Sealy Lake. It's a gorgeous little lake. I guess I could set up my tent over here. It's a pretty flat ground here. Oh, and you see the washroom? It's pointed over there. See the thunderbox right there. Oh, feels good to have the bag off. Didn't notice, but look at how wet this dry bag is. This is my tent on the top. I'm actually glad I have this on the top with a dry bag so the water doesn't get into my bag. It's actually like a good protection. Nothing else is wet, so that's pretty good. I have almost a whole day to kill. I'm gonna go around to see if there's good firewood. I don't see much so far. A lot of people probably camp here, so all the good wood is used. If this tree could just somehow fall, I can cut off the limbs of the branches and use that as firewood. Let's see if I can even move it. Yep, not a chance. Nope. He's got these. Oh. Talked to some other guys. They did the full loop, which is pretty impressive in 5 days. See some other hikers coming this way too. So I gathered quite a bit of firewood now. The thing is, it's still really early in the day. It's just around 1 p.m. and Sun doesn't set until 8:30ish, so I have like 7 hours to kill, which is quite a lot of time. I'm actually considering if I should go hike up and go to my initial campsite, the Bunny Rabbit Lake. So far this trip's been pretty tough. Not physically, like mentally. One hand, I want to do the whole thing. On the other hand, I'm a little bit scared. Scared of what? Not exactly sure. Oh, just remembered I haven't ate all day. I have this trail mix, peanut, M&Ms, almonds, and raisins. Haven't drank water either. Maybe that's why I was a bit drowsy. Haven't ate and I haven't drank water. Oh! Look what I found. This is a fire starter. This is the exact same one I have. It's from Canadian Tire and smells like it too. It smells real nice, not gonna lie. Someone just left it in the fire pit. It's quite funny. I just went to check out the Thunderbox, just the toilet, and yeah, when I opened it, it was pretty full. It was a bit disgusting. I don't know why I looked down. Oh, I think I considered that I'm probably gonna stay here for the night, and tomorrow I'm gonna go to the Bunny Rabbit Lake. I think it's a good plan. This might look like a lot of wood, but I don't think it is a lot. These are all really small branches, so I think they might burn pretty quick. I might need some more. I think I should have enough firewood now. It's still relatively warm right now. I don't feel like starting a fire. I don't want to go through my firewoods, and I don't have enough for tonight, so I'm just gonna wait a bit before I start the fire. It's still really early. It's not even 2 yet. It's a shit spot to get water. Not sure about here. Maybe I'm gonna try there. Ah, looks just as slippery. Color on it isn't It's a little bit yellow, but let's see how it tastes. Tastes so bad. I think there's... Yeah, my filter's a bit slow. I'm not sure why. I tried it at home and it worked fine. I just don't know why. Maybe there's more debris in these water. Yeah, it's okay. It's coming out relatively fast. For a place to set up my shelter. Huh. Nowhere seems flat. Maybe here. Extremely windy. It's already doing damage. So I've noticed that there's a lot of those big rocks, as you can see here, they put beside the tent is used to stake down your tent. If your pegs couldn't go in, you can technically tie your guy line around the rock and use that as a stake. So yeah, it's extremely windy, so I'm not surprised that there was a bunch of rocks around here. There are definitely rocks under this tent. It's hurting my knees. Right, yeah, brought a pillow for this trip. I used this pillow last time. This is the Trekology 2.0 pillow. It's a really small, nice inflatable pillow. And the thing I really like about it is it comes with this strap that you can tie on your sleeping pad so your pillow doesn't move around. It is pretty nice. So for the pillow, what you have to do is just put this around your sleeping pad, and in the middle of the night your pillow's not going to go anywhere anymore. So my second luxury item, of course, I brought some down booties. So I usually wear these to bed. It does a good job at keeping my feet warm, and if I need to use the washroom in the middle of the night, I just walk out with these. Pretty convenient. Oh, one flaw about the Trekology pillow is this little sack that they have. It's already tearing apart. If I pull any harder, it's going to come apart. Rain is coming down a lot stronger now. Yeah, it's proper rain now. Good thing I just got my tent set up. Perfect timing actually. Okay, it's raining a lot. I might actually have to go in my tent. Oh, I'm gonna grab my trekking pole real quick. Oh my god. Yeah, it's raining pretty hard now. I guess for the next little while I'm just gonna be sitting here and avoiding the rain. There is no reception whatsoever at this campsite. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait it out. There's like a tree stump right here. I put my foam pad over it. I've been kneeing on it the whole time and it hurts every time I knee on it. Now I am actually slightly glad I didn't continue with the hike. At first it wasn't raining at all, so I was a little bit disappointed in myself for not going on the hike. Yeah, I stopped here around 12. It's around 2:30, 2:40-ish. If I continued, I would have still been on the trail and I would have been caught in the rainstorm. I guess it is a sort of a blessing. Or I am just weak. That too. That too. I have a big food bag with a lot of snacks, so I think I'm gonna eat some snacks. Actually really good. Oh, it's got a little bit chilly now since been sitting in here for 30-40 minutes now. Yeah, watch some Netflix shows. But yeah, it's getting a little bit chilly. I'm gonna boil some water, put it in my water bottle to keep myself warm. Wow, the wind is strong. Holy crap. Wow, it's extremely windy. I'm so scared that this thing's gonna get blown off. Need to be holding the tent. So warm and nice. Oh my god, really needed this. Oh, it's getting hot. I should have not put my water bottle on the sleeping bag. Got this part a little bit wet, but shouldn't be too bad. Dry up soon. Rain's really coming down. It's almost 4. I would have still been on the trail if I headed to that campsite. Kinda glad I didn't. Whoa. I think the rain finally stopped. Oh, thank God. Oh, this is a bit unfortunate. I collected all the wood. It's probably pretty soaked now. There's also rain in the forecast for around 5 p.m. and 7 p.m. We'll see if you're gonna do a fire or not. So last year when I went camping, I actually found this rock. It's very rough on the outside, so when you tie a rope around it, it usually doesn't come off. So yeah, tie a knot around it. It's very hard to come off this rock. And this rock has a good weight to it, so I'm just gonna use it and toss it over a branch to hang up my line. Rope is a little bit short. It's gonna attach another rope to it. But yeah, this rock is makes it a lot easier to throw over branches. Right now, I'm just gonna leave the line hanging, dangling like this. In the evening, I'm gonna switch out the rock and put my food on it, and then I'm just gonna pull it up from here. So that way animals can't get to the food. No, the rain is coming down again. I think it's not too hard. It's just about to cook, but now not sure anymore. Damn it. Earlier I had my rain jacket on beside my sleeping bag, so my sleeping bag got all wet, so now I have to be really careful when I come in. Don't let my rain jacket touch any of my sleep stuff. Getting a little bit hungry, so I think I'm gonna cook some dinner. Today for dinner, I'm eating lasagnas. If you've never seen one of these are dehydrated meals All you have to do is boil some water and add it in here and wait around 15 minutes and they'll be ready. It is normally advised that you probably don't want to be eating in your tent, especially if there's bears around. Today I just couldn't eat out there because it's raining so hard, so I'm just gonna eat in here. It's gonna be raining for the entire night, so I doubt any animals will be wanting to come out and look for food. Good thing I just went and set up my food line. You can hear the rain is coming down hard again. I also feel like I get a bit unlucky sometimes in the sense that I always catch the rainy days. I would say for a lot of my camping trips, I had more rain than no rain. Not always, but a lot of times. So this is what the lasagna looks like. Now I'm just gonna wait for the water to boil and I'm gonna pour it in here. The steam is nice and warm, not gonna lie. It's quite nice. Especially during these cold days, sometimes it's actually helpful to just be holding the food to keep your hands a bit warmer. And at the same time, you're gonna keep the boiling water hot too. Alright, food should be ready. Yeah, smells like an actual lasagna, not gonna lie. So, I think I had this one before. It wasn't so bad. It's hot. I swear their portion size got smaller. Just finished this in like a couple bites. One serving is 102 grams. I actually should keep these packaging because I can compare it to what they had last year and see how many grams they had in here. I actually heard this from one of the store employees at MEC. It's an outdoor store, kind of like the REI, but in Canada. So he was actually showing another employee how the serving size actually went down year to year. And at least this is one serving is one portion. Some of the other packaging literally says 2 servings. And it's even less grams. So yeah, companies really trying to fool you these days. Not sure if you guys can hear that. It sounds like a helicopter or some plane. Yeah, so for my birthday, my fiance actually gave me this knife. This is the Heli Viking knife. It looks really cool. It's like a bushcraft knife with a Scandi grind. And yeah, to be honest, I haven't used it that much. I've been loving it. Love how it looks and how it feels. Yeah, can't wait to get more uses out of it. It's actually quite nice on this rock. just because there's a lot of coverage from the trees, not a lot of rain, so I'm gonna hang out here for a bit. Honestly, now I have another idea. Is tomorrow, if I just hike over the crack, which would be roughly 5 kilometers, and once I'm done that, I could just start heading back. Yeah, that way I'll probably hike around 15 kilometers tomorrow, but I get to go home. Kinda sad, all the wood I collected earlier today is all damp. Well, damp is an understatement, it's all pretty damn wet. Oh, I still kind of want to try to start a fire. Let's see if you can get this fire started. Bark is still pretty dry, so I'm just gonna peel off the wet skin. Alright, got this fire starter. Let's see if this fire starter still works. It's pretty soaked, but the inside might be okay. It's way too windy. God damn. Come on, come on. Yes. Oh, shoot. Ah, man. Good. Come on. Come on. Oh, no. Ah, fuck. That was frustrating. Fire starter probably wasn't working. Trying everything right now. God, this is frustrating. Here. No. Fire starter's probably not gonna work. I think my best bet at the moment is this birch bark. I don't think it's gonna catch fire easily. It's gonna be a lot of effort starting a fire today. Oh my god, finally lit this part up. Come on, come on. Come on. Good. Oh my god. I think it might actually be working finally. God, I think it is working. I'm gonna wait and pray for those sticks to catch. In the meantime, I need to get a lot more of those sticks ready. Legit, I put the camera down and then the lighter started working and lit up that fire starter. As soon as I put the camera down. God. Oh, this is the took a little while, but fire is still not going that strong. So I hear a lot of activity behind me, and I'm assuming it's little squirrels or chipmunks because it was raining all day. So finally the rain has stopped. They're coming out to gather their food and stuff. So yeah, lots of stuff going on behind me. Stack those ones on top because those ones are still wet, so I can use the fire to kind of dry it out. But at the same time, I didn't put it directly on the fire, so it's not really wet. That's gonna put out the fire. Oops. Feels like home when there's a fire going, so that's nice. I went to get some water and I just saw two beavers down by the water. That was pretty cool. Yeah, fortunately it is starting to rain again. I'm probably just gonna go get ready, go in my sleeping bag and call it a night. When you're out in the woods, your bedtime is basically whenever the sun sets. Alright guys, it's 9 o'clock. The sun has set. I think I'm gonna go to bed. See you guys tomorrow.